Welcome back to Everything Money. In this video, we talk about the Chinese company Tencent. We use wide charts to look at the financials. We'll compare these financials to something like Alibaba using our software. We'll show you how. We'll also tell you what appropriate stock price you might want to pay for Tencent moving forward. If you're looking to trade Tencent at a quicker pace, Mo will show you all the charts, all the trends, and you can get after it in the Bid and Ask Nation. But first, why should you listen to us? I bring your questions about a confusing company, Tencent, and how it works in with another company called Naspers. We'll show you this. I bring your questions to a couple guys that manage over $100 million in real estate, businesses, and stocks, and they'll tell you the mindset you should have when approaching a Chinese company like this. Paul, what do you think?
Okay, so thanks, Seth. First off, follow our new Instagram account, Everything Money Investing, and then also follow our personal accounts because my dogs are adorable. They're cuter than your children. Trust me on this one. So one thing I want to, before we go into our analysis, we have wide charts here. In 2018, they were at 60 bucks. Today, they're at 62, okay? You say, oh, it's equal. Look at their financials.
Oh, I can only imagine, Paul.
In 2017, so before 2018 happened, they did 35 billion in revenue. Last year, 70 billion. So they doubled in revenue. Profit went from 10.6 to 23.
Overdoubled.
So if I told you on January 1st, 2018, that the company was going to over double their revenue and over double their profit, the stock was going to be the same, what would you have said to me?
That's not possible. It has to go to the moon.
And this is what I'm saying to everybody out there. If this is your first time watching our videos, we have over 1,000. Go watch other ones. People will act irrational high and low. Things that make obvious sense. This isn't even an obvious one. Look at Intel and Cisco from 2000 to today. The stocks are all lower, and Micron, the stocks are all lower than they were in 2000, yet their revenue and profits are 2, 3, 4 times more. Because if you pay too much, at some point, the stock will go down, and it won't make sense the other way. So I'm not saying this is an obvious buy because profits doubled. What I'm sitting there saying is, if I told you on January 1st, 2018, that the stock would be the same almost 4 years later, even though the revenue and profit have over doubled, you'd have been like, you're crazy. No, I'm not crazy. It just happened.
We'll show you other things to look at when we invest in a company, but this has a long story, Tencent. We love Manesh Pabrai, and we're having a chance to interview him in December. We'll keep you posted. He loves Tencent, and he loves getting into Tencent through Naspers, which owns 30% of this company. This is one of the top. Tencent is one of the top Chinese companies out there. I watched this interview with Matthew Peterson, Paul, and he's in love with this thing. Like, I didn't know they owned WeChat, which has over 1 billion users. They're growing by over 30% a year. This is what he thinks an incredibly undervalued and popular huge company. And so let's go through some more financials, Paul, and show people what we would normally do looking at Tencent.
Okay, so we like to look at long-term data, right? So I'm going to look at long-term trends. Unfortunately, with Y charts, you don't get that long-term data, even though they're very expensive. So they have a 1-year PE of 21. We like to look at a 5-year PE under 22.5, okay? So we don't know what that is. Price to sales ratio, 7.5. That actually seems pretty reasonable for other internet companies out there, right? So it doesn't seem that far off. Now, you guys saw it's a $600 billion company. Look at their financials. Look at this revenue growth. 10, 13, 16, 23, 35, 47, 55, 70. This is a fast-growing company. Yeah. You should pay a premium for this company. When it's growing this fast and you look at the net income down here, the profit, 2.5, 3.9, 4.6, 6.2, 10.6, 12, 13.5, 20. Guys, people always say that we don't understand growth. No, I understand growth when it's like this. Growth is a major factor in investing. If you have two companies exactly the same, with the exact same profit, exact same everything, except one's growing 20% a year and one's growing 5% a year, which one would you pay more for? Uncle Seth?
Yeah, fast growth for sure.
Of course. If everything's the same, valuations, everything, you should pay more for the fast-growing company. Why? Because they're going to be able to get you a higher return on your money as time goes on. They're going to add more to the bottom line as time goes on than the slower growing company. Okay, so another thing we look at, shares outstanding. This is a silent killer in investing. What companies do is they'll issue shares instead of taking on debt. What happens with that, though, is it dilutes you as an owner. Let's say a company has 100 shares outstanding and you own 10 of them. You own 10% of the business. They issue 50 more shares to generate cash. You still own your 10 shares, but now it's out of 150 shares. You've gone from 10% ownership to 6.6. They have diluted you. That means you get a lower percentage of the profit, revenue, every part of the business. Now let's look at Tencent. 5 years ago, 9.4 billion. Today, 9.5 billion. Not a ton. They've barely diluted their investors. Barely diluted them. That's good. So the company's growing like crazy and they're not diluting people at all, basically.
Good news.
That is good news. Another thing we like to look at, we like to look at the free cash flow of the business, okay? So I'm going a little bit backwards here. If you watch our other videos, we tend to do debt first, but I want to go to the cash flow first because it's going to factor in the debt. So we go to the 5 years of free cash flow. Now remember, free cash flow is cash from operations less your capital expenditures. Okay, this is money that can be used to do 5 things. I'm going to quiz Seth. The last time he forgot one. Seth, what is it?
You can give a dividend.
Give a dividend, pay dividends.
You can buy back shares.
Correct.
You can make acquisitions.
Correct.
You can reinvest in yourself.
Yep.
And you can.
Come on.
You
It's
can.
the one you forgot last time too.
No, he forgot the dividend last time.
Oh, that's right.
You can
Pay down debt. Great job, Seth.
pay down your own debt. Right, because we skipped debt. Got it. Pillar number 6 is debt. Okay.
Yes.
See, I told you I'd get that.
So, cash for operations less your capital expenditures. On our software, which we'll show shortly, I actually do the math for you because I'm a really nice guy. So, Seth, you ready for your calculator?
Oh my, no.
Okay, 7 billion,
Throwback.
11 billion, 8.6, 13.3, and 18.5.
Paul, that brought back a lot of nice memories when
Did
we
it?
used to do this a year ago without our
So
software.
guys, there is growth, 7 billion to 18.5 billion.
It's 11.6 is the average.
Average 11.6?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first point is we have growth in
Free cash.
free cash flow. The next thing we do is we take that average free cash for the last 5 years, we multiply it by 20. Why 20? We pick that number as a starting point. Doesn't mean it's the higher the growth rate, the more the number should be. The lower the growth rate, the lower the number should be. But we have to start somewhere. So we start at 20. 11.6 times 20 is 230 billion or so. 232 billion. Right? So guys, the current market cap of the company is 600 billion. Okay. So very different than what we want to pay for it. Now, does that mean it's not a buy? No, but at this point, it's 2.5 times higher than we want to pay for it. So a growth rate to sit there. Now, if this was in our software, which we're getting into our software, we have a thing called a stock analyzer tool. It's been one of our most popular options. What it does is, and I'll show it to you right here, you can pick a company like Alibaba, very popular company we have. You go to the stock analyzer tool and you make assumptions about the future. Because every investment is the present value of all future cash flow, and we don't know the future. So you have to make assumptions based on what you've seen in the past. We would make assumptions in the future and determine, it would tell us an exact price to pay. We'd put all the data in here. We hit the analyze button and it would tell you if this data is all correct, all your assumptions, all these things, and a certain return, here's what you should pay for the stock. My goal is to be conservative. Now, 2.5 times the price seems a little rich to me.
Yeah, if this math resonates with you, you can check out our 8-pillar software. Paul, pull up the 8 pillars on Baba to show them that you don't have to do everything we just did.
We do it for you.
We do it for you. And so we're getting foreign markets, and we'll certainly have...
We already have a lot of foreign markets.
Yes,
We have
course.
Alibaba already.
Yeah.
So guys, these are the 8 pillars for Alibaba. It just shows everything here for you. It does the math for you. You go to the stock analyzer tool. Go look at any of our other videos. Go look at an Alibaba video, and we'll show you the stock analyzer tool. We just did 1 minute ago.
Yeah.
That's the whole goal about we have created this because all of our users wanted us to. We used to be on white charts, and then everybody's like, well, wait a second. You have all these tools that you created. I created data behind white charts to spit out these numbers. So we just decided to actually make the software ourselves. You get everything here on the main page. All these tools plus the ones coming. You get access to Seth Mo and I. You get everything on your phone. It's all on a mobile phone. Unlike white charts, on the mobile phone. You get exclusive daily content, 2 or 3 videos a day. It's called A Few Good Minutes, where we just give our own things. It's only to our subscribers. And most importantly, you get a community of over 6,000 people you can talk to about your ideas, because if you're like them, you came to us because this made sense to you, and it probably wasn't something you could discuss with other people because they probably thought you were crazy. So join that, 90 cents per day. 2 ways to join, everythingmoney.com or Patreon. The benefit of everythingmoney.com is you don't get double charged in the first month, and you don't pay a sales tax because we're too small, so there's no sales tax yet. All for 90 cents per day. If our process and our videos can increase your returns by 1 or 2% a year, or decrease your losses by 1 or 2% a year over a long period of time, it could make you hundreds of thousands and possibly millions of dollars in the long run. So for 90 cents a day, this could be the easiest decision you make if you're serious about your financial future. Sign up today.
You know, Paul, I want to walk through the process that maybe you're feeling at home if you watch videos. I watched some videos on Tencent and Naspers on YouTube, and it got me very excited. They were painting rosy pictures about its growth and everything. And then sure enough, you instantly sort of bring me back down to earth about how overpriced this company may be at the moment. You know, it's
every investment is the present value of all future cash flows. I will say this till I'm blue in the face. If I had an investment where I said to you, hey, I'm going to pay you $1, then $2, then $3, then $4, then $5, then I'm going to stop. What do you want to pay me for this investment stream?
It's $15 over the next 5 years.
It's $15 total. If you paid me 20, are you going to do well?
No.
No, you're going to lose $5.
You're
you
overpaying.
Paid 20 for 15.
Yeah, you're overpaying for
15,
growth.
If you paid 15, what's the point if that's over a 5-year period?
Correct. You just lost. You just broke even for five period. Now, would you pay $2 for it?
Yep.
Heck yeah. You put $2 in, you get 15 out, $13 in profit. That's all these companies are. The price is merely what the public perceives the value to be. It's all about the story. But as Warren Buffett says, every investment, every stock is a voting machine in the short run and a weighing machine in the long run. Whatever is most popular in the short run or least popular will get affected by that. But in the long run, what matters is the cash flow, the balance sheet, all the fundamentals we are teaching today. Those matter in the long run. If you want proof, go to every part of history. Go look at the hype companies back then. And every single time, they're like, yeah, it's different this time. It never ends up being different. Auto industry, airline industry, everything. But there's good news. Mo teaches charts on our channel. Why? Because fundamentals, they don't speak to you. This could very well not speak to you. But if charts speak to you, guess what? Fundamentals don't matter. The company doesn't matter. It could be Mabalakabubu Day. What's that from?
Howard Stern Private
Howard
Parts.
Stern movie, Private Parts. It could be whatever company you want. Acme Brick Company. It does not matter. Mo, show them.
So this is an interesting one. I'm going to show you guys two perspectives. You see how there's these gaps all over, Seth? This is when
what
we
is
had
this nonsense?
Yeah,
that's bad.
This was all of the chaos that was happening with the China and everything.
Regulations.
And you can see how it's just kind of right here. It just kind of started settling down. So right now, I think it's okay to come over here and try to swing trade this. Now, they reported earnings yesterday, so let's see if they can break through that 100-day moving average. That turquoise line right there is the 100-day moving average, and you're going to need a lot more volume than this to break through that level. So let's see. But the good news is you can come and trade this often on a day trading chart. This is a 15-minute chart. So each one of these candles is opening up one of those candles that I just showed you. And this is perfect. Yesterday, you had an opportunity to trade it. You're over 80%. You're getting great volume, and you're making good engulfing candlesticks, making money. Same thing today. You could have entered this thing at 10 a.m., and you would still be in it right now at 11:30, and you have made money all the way up. So there's two different approaches that you can take to the stock. This is a great stock to day trade just because you do get that daily volatility that you see where it moves often. So if this speaks to you, come and join me in the Bid and Ask Nation. You can learn how to day trade. You can learn how to swing trade. And if you don't want to do either of those, you can learn how to do long-term trades, which if you don't have time, you don't have to check on the computer 14 times a day. You can look once a day. Join me in the Employed Trader Series. 6 stocks. I help you trade them. Bid and Ask Nation's where it's at.
I will personally be asking Manesh Babrai why he loves Tencent, and I'm guessing he got in at a much lower price. We'll let you know what he says in that grand interview we're doing in December. That's our take on Tencent, interesting Chinese company, Paul. We'll keep you updated as we move forward in the future. We appreciate you watching. Fondle that thumbs up. Join the community, and we'll see you next video. Thanks, Paul.